Hey guys, John Luxy here, back with our blind playthrough of the Miskatonic. Oh, that's Manny. Alright, that's a little weird. Maybe this is why it wants you to have in like a little tiny window. It probably maybe it makes the things a little bit more normal looking. Alright, so this is us. Saving and options and stuff are there. That's it, save, load, or hide dialogue, which is weird. Let's go back in the room. Charlotte Lestrange. I could have sworn that said Marie Peanut Butter, though, first. Probably not a good idea to immediately start taking sick naps on my first day on the job. Second day, Nap City. Even the bedspread has little skulls on it. That's kind of cool. Alright, let's talk to the cannibal. Nutty Annie. It must just load the previous dialogue box and then just cover it up. Hello, Spooky. How's your feet? Why the fascination with my feet, Annie? Surely the juiciest stuff for cannibals is like the brain or whatever. Great question. Oh, no. Can't eat brains, my lovey. Eating brains gives you the shiggles. Is that like mad cow? Shiggles? What's the shiggles? Shits and giggles, an English disease. Makes you shiver and laugh uncontrollably while you lose control of your body. Then you die. I bet there's a real disease that's like that. I have a book that is something like... I believe it's called The Hypochondriac's Pocket Guide to Horrible Diseases You Probably Already Have. It is hilarious. There's one that's like a fungus you get from fish. And the book is funny, but it's also educational, so it's neat. Had a friend who had it back home, significantly less hilarious than it sounds. That sucks, man. Yep, and now I'm all inconsolable, and the only way to cheer me up is to give me a bite of your giant bum. I mean... Do they have to be cannibals? Oh, I'm petting Jack and his tail's twitching. He doesn't like it. Damn it, Annie. You almost had me feeling like you weren't a complete ass. Can I hit the space bar to advance to the next one if I don't want to click? No? What about the enter? That's not the right key. Let's try... Alright. I won't need the complete arse, just half a cheek at most. Fair enough. She's not happy, though. Okay, that was pretty clever. I'm here all week. Alright, what happens if I click on myself? I should look around, meet some folks, get the lay of the land and all that. I'm going to be working here for a while. Alright, I want to talk to everybody. This is an interesting world. This coffee is interesting as well. It's, It was cold yesterday. Was it yesterday when I roasted it or the day before? And, I sometimes roast my own coffee. But it was cold outside, and I have to do it outside because it creates a lot of smoke and sets off the smoke detectors. And I didn't account for the cold when I was roasting it. And, I mean, to be fair, I thought it would be fine, because that thing gets really hot. And, yeah, it came out like a really, really lightly roasted. So it tastes uncooked. But, I don't know, supposedly it has a lot of caffeine, but I haven't gotten the shakes or anything from it. It's more of like a green bean style, I think. But it's not bad, it's just different. It takes some getting used to. Nico Day. He has a mouth right there. Or maybe teeth. You're the new security girl, right? I'm Nico Day, archivist of the Occult... See, that's why I need coffee. Archivist of the Occult Science Building. Feel free to tell me your deepest and darkest. Okay. I left school when I was 9 to become a witch, and quietly hope that schools don't teach people anything important past that. Interesting. And they do, by the way, quite a bit. Oh. Well. Shit. That's... I was trying to see... Oh, no, it wasn't him. I thought he had tentacles, though. I know this guy does, but don't listen to him. If you can count it, Roger Cavendish. If you can count it, spell... Wow, this is bad. Everything else is... I mean, my yawning, not the game. The game I'm fascinated by. If you can count and spell, everything else is optional. Roger Cavendish, Chief Medical Officer. Oh, and one of his tentacles is holding the pen on the clipboard. That's nice. Nico Day. And what does that tell you? You can do more than count and spell, right, Doctor? Well, a few things. Bringing people back from the brink of a terrible Baphometic death. Creating vaccines for supernatural diseases. Have you ever seen a prosthetic tentacle? Japan is developing a prosthetic tail. Which is really interesting if you watch the video of it. It's pretty cool. You can wear it. People wear it to help with, or at least that's the plan, to help with their balance. Because it's like when you lean forward, I don't know how it senses. It's got to be based on the harness, but it'll kind of, instead of hanging, it'll stretch out so it like balances your weight a little bit. It's pretty cool. Don't get him started on his damn prosthetic tentacle. Any more little nuggets of secrecy, Charlotte? Okay, here's a fine one. People think that I cock my hips all the time because of the Shub Niggurath witch coven thing, when really it's because I'm secretly proud of my butt. It's a good butt. Rest of me sucks, but it's a damn good butt. On behalf of all cannibals, thank you for sharing it with the world. You're welcome. No, okay, he doesn't have a tentacle, but he's got some kind of dead... It might be a live fox, I don't know, but he's got teeth that you can't see from there. What happens if I click again? You know, security girl, right. Is it just gonna... Okay, can I... How do I... Shift? Control? Well, okay, so... Other visual novels, you can hold like the control button to skip, or the shift or the space key will typically advance the dialogue, and you can hold it down for it to go fairly fast, but not too fast, and then the control key will typically skip like a bunch of it. Doesn't appear to be the case here, which is kind of not good. Okay, so I can go into this door and I can talk to, looks like 3 more groups of people. Rumman Fletcher. She has skulls on her socks. And this is very, I mean, the drawing, the artist drew it like this on purpose. To be, seductive is not the right word. Titillating? Is that the right word? Where you're like, ooh, that's scandalous. I don't know. Rumman Fletcher. So I'm subbing a class for one of the astronomy guys, right? And substituting means it's time to watch a documentary in the lecture hall. And everyone's watching this thing, and it's like the closest star to our solar system is about 4.5 light years away, and you thought you felt lonely. And I'm like, why would you assume that? Why would you assume that about literally every person who watches this thing? I grew up in a coven surrounded by spell-slinging psycho bitches, and now I work in a university. I salivate at the concept of loneliness. I like her. I wonder if they say that in nature documentaries too, trying to make weird animals relatable. Heh, yeah. And you thought you sprayed pungent urine at attacking predators. And you thought you had a projectile tongue that was sticky at the end so you could catch cute bugs. And you thought you had a 4-headed penis. What the F has a 4-headed penis? Echidnas. Is that real? Maybe girl echidnas are into the whole eldritch horror kink. Guy echidnas gotta step their game up and turn their peens into horrific nightmares. That's kind of funny. I have no argument for this. Okay, phone. Coming out. I gotta look at this. Wait, what is that? I don't want to see an echidna's penis, but I do need to see... Wait, what's... Kid... No, is that Knuckles? Four-headed. As soon as I type in echidna 4... Male echidnas has a four-headed penis. During mating, the heads on one side shut down and do not grow in size. The other two are used to release semen into the female's two-branch reproductive tract. Each time it copulates, it alternates heads in sets of 2. There you go. I bet any Sonic not safe for work fans probably knew that. Okay, Annika Silverstein. So she has bug arms coming out of the small of her back. And this dude has like a... I don't know if the chains are connected to him or if this book is just floating there and it has like fingers growing off of it or spider legs or something. I don't know. Annika Silverstein. Ah, it's the new security. Annika Silverstein, Alien Theology. Caleb Wackenshaw, Pun Enthusiast. Charlotte Lestrange, badass witch cop. So what happened to the last security guy? Are they on sick retirement adventures? Last I heard, he landed in Aruba, then the rest of him landed in Cancun. Yes, quite tragic. Entire occult science building exploded, leaving only a crater, oddly filled with indentations of the faces of the workers and students who were in there. Spelled there wrong. That was before our time, of course. Since we're alive and whatnot. Oh, I guess they haven't had a... Hey, Manny. You had the opportunity to eat. Do not give me this. Huh. But there's, like, protections for that happening again, right? Oh, yeah, they put a sneeze guard in. You're gonna have to wait. I put food out for him and he didn't want it, and so Jack ate some of it. If you hear, like, weird sounds, it's Manny rubbing his face against the microphone stand. Exactly. Right. Well. Alright, let's talk to the hot alien girl. Can I click on the booze in the background? No. Marina. You know, I take that back. Maybe she's not an alien. Maybe she's a... What are you... Oh, well, the hair... See, I thought it might be like kelp or something. Like she was a dryad, like a sea dryad or something. I don't know. She has the whole Rihanna haircut and maybe elf ears. Marina. Did you know before it was completely abandoned, Innsmouth desperately tried to become a tourism town, tried to focus on aquatic circuses, gift shops, and freak shows featuring leftover deep ones? No. Oh, there you go. She's from the deep. I happen to be named Most Attractive Deep One Hybrid every weekly beauty contest. Okay, here's Manny. My kitties are obsessed. So, yep, there goes Jack. Manny is just like, I'm gonna steal the lap, and Jack is gonna move. Huh, you don't look like a deep one. That's probably why I kept winning. That makes sense. I don't know what a deep one looks like. By the way, I'm really curious. I was, It's been a long time since I played Oblivion, but I was wandering around the forest, and I found this church, and it was abandoned, and on the pulpit, or the stand at the front of the church, or whatever, I think it's the pulpit, there was a book, and it was covered in runes on the inside, and the map was marked, like, Church of the Deep Ones. And I assume there's a quest associated with it, but I never found out. It could be just random. It could just be like, oh, we just put this in there. Who knows? Let's click on this. Okay, so left presumably takes us back to where we were. Yes, it does. And so we have 2 more doors, middle and right, and 2 more potential groups. Davis Tilling. All my classes are at 7 a.m. Got any ideas for a book that'll help me wake up in the morning? Simon Longfellow. You'll want internalized zombification in the necrology aisle. All the benefits of being a zombie without the drawbacks of looking like a corpse. That sounds awesome. Miskatonic 1935. Kind of looks like Harry Potter. I suspect that's intentional. Though your intestines will occasionally fall out of your butthole. That's not so good. Huh, they must have a book for everything. Thought I'd take coffee over scooping intestines back into my butthole. Maybe that's just me. I think I mentioned this in the last episode. I don't think there's any nudity in this. Obviously, there's more adult-style language, but, I mean, if there is nudity, I'll have to cover it up or whatever. I don't think we're going to get into that territory, but you never know. Oh, right. Okay, so this tells us where we are. Last was staff dormitories, and this is Eldritch Library. Books branded with the school's insignia, R2, under no circumstances, leave the library. Branded books found outside the library will be shot on sight. Right, that makes sense. Amelia Lynn Luciet. Lucet? She has the same facial thing as someone else. I don't remember. A fun trick of the black magic users of the old days was to write how-to spellbooks that, simply by reading them, would cast the curse that the reader was trying to learn on the reader themselves. Fiendish but funny, according to them. What happened to your eye holes? How to throw ethereal fire directly into somebody's eyes. So those are scars. They're not mutations. Luckily, it was just the Cliff Notes version. Got it. So the middle being bigger is probably where we're supposed to go. I don't even remember what we're supposed to do at this point. Let's try the right. Nope. This presumably is where we're supposed to go. Out there, perhaps. Let's try the middle door first. Hey, Emily, do you guys have any books on advanced witchcraft? I want to keep fresh while I'm here. Ululu. I'll take that as an, of course we do, Charlotte. Have you seen the size of this goddamn library? We got books that ain't even been written yet. You. The Science of Rain Dancing by Professor Anna Undercarriage. Huh, guess maybe I'll fit in here a little better than I thought. I've been doing science all this time. Much like electricity, the human body acts as a conductor of magical energy intrinsic in the air of regions of high concentration. This effect is exacerbated with wet skin, leading to many witch cults dancing naked in the rain in order to conjure spells effectively. Indeed, it seems paranormal encounters seem more frequent when it's raining, or in regions of the world where rain is frequent. The witch cults of Seattle and Scotland are considered incredibly powerful and fearsome, though this is simply due to their geographical advantage. Would they to be taken away from their home deluges, they would be simply as effective as their new weather permits them to be. Ah. Ha, sick burn. Hello, Wobbly. What you raiding? Nothing, just some stuff about witches. You wouldn't get it. Nah, probably not. That stuff's too cool and magical for a dumb old cannibal like Annie. No place for an ugly old purple blood like poor old dumb old cannibal Annie. Poor dumb Annie. Well, hey, come on, I didn't mean it like that. Hey, next time it rains, I could teach you a few tricks. How about it? Get you a pet frog, give it a couple extra eyes. What do you say? That sounds fun, but can I make a suggestion? Is it related to eating my butt? Sure, I guess. Rather than rain, can we dance around in buffalo sauce? I think I want a little zing when I bite your bum. Damn it, Annie, why don't you go bug someone else? Because you're the only one that finds it funny. There's a difference between laughing at something because it's funny and laughing at something because it's ridiculous. Most folks run away from folks like me. They seem to take threats of being devoured quite seriously. And there's nothing I like more than watching you run away, Charlotte. Oh, you beat me to it. Yeah. See you around, Annie. All right. Let's check out this occult science entrance. Students of occult science are discouraged from interacting with other students of the Miskatonic alumni. As strange or upsetting as occult science seems to be, the subject is incredibly tame in comparison. Ask yourself why anyone would come to the Miskatonic University to study geography. They wouldn't. Tame in comparison to other subjects of the campus, presumably. All right, let's talk to these people. Militia Belial. So what's with the puppets? Please return borrowed items to the something. Mimi Rusk. She has puppets on her tentacles. We help her talk with unfamiliar people on unfamiliar subjects. One must become more familiar with us in order to become more familiar with her. Spent a little too long in the psychology department, huh? I've heard research in all them dark psychiatrics can rub off on people. My pronunciation's a little bit off today. And you've spent a little too long in engineering to not know when someone's pulling your leg. So working and studying in certain buildings has a residual effect? I wonder what effect working in the occult science building has on witches. I hope I don't start taking a chalkboard to my coven's dance rituals. No one wants to know the angle of rotation on one of my sick freeballin' pirouettes. Freeballin'? Well, I guess she's naked, but presumably she doesn't have balls. I cannot click on this poster. Let's check her. This is the way out of the occult science building onto the campus. Better stay in my jurisdiction for now. Wait, does she say different things depending on where I am? Looks like the entrance to the library. Probably be hanging out here a lot. Alright, so don't go out here. Looks like we can, but we'll talk to these people first and then we'll click on it and see what she says. Hey Lizzie, what you got there? Grilly cheese is the best human invention. Everyone says so. She's adorable. Everyone? Like everyone in the university? Everyone in this dimension. The Migo, the Yithians, the Starspawn, Chthonians when someone makes one for them, the Homeworld Elder things. Even Yog Sothoth likes one now and again. Really? Not like the internal combustion engine? Not penicillin? The telephone? Light bulbs? Eyeglasses? Great big trains? Microscopes? Now, we don't need any of that. So humanity, for all its achievements, all the love and loss, all the wars, all the technology and innovation, all the art and culture, everything we've done, and we're considered by the rest of the universe as those guys that make a mean grilled cheese. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm okay with that. Grilled cheese is delicious. Especially like if you put some tuna on it, so it's a tuna melt. It's even better. Use real butter to coat both sides of the grilled cheese. Awesome. And, I guess it depends on the type of cheese that you feel like. Sharp is good. Sharp cheddar. I want grilled cheese now. So, hey, why do so many people have tentacles coming out of their back? Avery Marr. Have you ever faced a baphonecrotic explosion head-on? No, can't say that I have. Neither has anyone else. Oh, so it grows out of their back instead. First rule of baphonecrotic explosions, turn away from the baphonecrotic explosion. Well, I guess the first rule would be don't cause a goddamn baphonecrotic explosion, but people can't seem to help breaking that one. You could probably tell from the lack of extra limbs, but I have no idea what a bapho whatever actually is. It's the process of deliberately caving in an artificial portal through our dimension to stop extra-dimensional entities from getting out. Ah. Sealing interdimensional portals, I suppose. It's a last resort since usually there are teams of portal divers still inside, but hey. Ooh, yeah. Better than the end of the world, huh? I guess. Hey, maybe you guys should try transmutation circles. That's what us witches use when we need to summon creepy stuff, and none of my coven have any weirdo tentacles. All you need is chalk, a little blood, some candles, and a complete disregard for pants. Yes, we've all been taught the witch method, but the scientific method reduces the element of randomness, increases the size and duration of portals to allow for human entry, and best of all, you get to keep your clothes on. So science is magic plus underwear, huh? That's interesting. June Bloody Moon. She's wearing another one of those 1935. Studying at the Miskatonic is a huge opportunity. There are so few monster hunters in my hometown, I think my job prospects in the future are pretty bright. Elric Satterfield. It does come with a few drawbacks, though. You're not likely to finish your studies exactly the same species as you started. He's got, like, the Joker mouth with, like, the stitches. Well, hey, at the very worst, I'm pretty sure this place could always use more freaky-ass teachers. Alright, so let's save real fast. Save. Over number 2. Try to go outside. Nothing out there for me. My jurisdiction's right here. Although patrolling the whole university would probably be good for the old leg muscles. Get all toughened up in case of any sick monster attacks. Can't stand a lean steak myself. Much prefer a pressed ham. Stop trying to make me laugh, Annie. It ain't gonna work. Alright, let's go in here. Student Corporium. Students are encouraged to practice vivisection during recreational hours using the locally bred horrors, nightmares, pets, or children available. These resources are included in your tuition. Well, there you go then. This is the entrance to the Corporium where Marie, Peanut Butter, and Eddie do all their crazy bullshit. I wonder if they're working or something. Al Cruz Rung. So what do you reckon they're doing in there? Is he a portal diver? I suspect the jacket is for portal divers because it's, you know, it looks outdoorsy. Ben Carter. Poking and prodding, same as always. Eventually they'll get bored and we'll be tasked with carting off the husk. He has a 3-eyeballed cat with a super long tail. Or maybe they're monster hunters. Or, I don't know. Who knows? Al. Hee, if you told tiny child Albert that in the future carrying corpses would be considered the easiest part of his day, I think he'd pitch a fit. I'd have thought the part between carrying the body to the corporium and carrying it away would be the easiest part. Though I guess hanging out in this spooky-ass hallway can be a little exhausting, too. Great point. We have 2 more entrances. That one probably into the corporium, this one to some other part of the campus. Mindy in the morning. Just a small word of advice to the biology department. You can't just stick a dog and a war veteran into a centrifuge and rejigger the mush into a living being. Good to know. And everyone say hello to the world's very first werewolf. There's clearly a reason I'm not down there with you guys. Aside from, you know, the carnage it would cause. Michael Melancal. His brain is out of his head. Did you guys hear that? English must not be their first language. Whoever did this. Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? A goddamn werewolf. You guys want to check it out? Chip Connors. We're not done here, Mike. We gotta get the incinerators going before we can knock off. Deacon Boehm. Connors is right. First we burn whatever nightmare the corporium is working on, then we can go gawk at whatever nightmare the biology department's working on. They got their own burners, after all. And he's all tentacles from the waist down. And looks like bullets in his hat band. I always thought you had to get bit by a werewolf to become a werewolf. Then again, why would any werewolf stop at one bite and not just eat whatever it was biting? Maybe that's why we don't have zombie plagues anymore. Ooh. Man, my allergies are kicking today, right, Manny? Alright, so we talked to them. Let's go in. Oh man, look at this sick, awesome thing. So that's a spine. Presumably the nerves coming off of it, and then the brain. So it's a spinal, so the nervous system. That, tough stuff, is a colony of cuttleworms, complete with the bloody spinal cord of their human host. Okay. He has something on his face, but I didn't think it was him. It must have been the other guy. The guy that started showing us around at first, with the eye burn. Marie Peanut Butter. They like to lay their eggs in city water pipes, and once consumed, they attach to the spinal columns of their hosts, eventually controlling their every move. Sort of like zombies, except, you know, a lot more screaming and begging for death. Very interesting species. It's like the, cordyceps fungus. That's a deceptively adorable name for the worst thing ever. I bet the boy's a tender that I could yank the spine out of this poor sod's mouth. Turns out the worms form a rock-solid grip on the host's brain while they're piloting him. Okay. I assume that would kill the host. Fingers here is going to give him a prod, see if she can't get him to let go of the bugger's melon meat. Oh, here we go. Excuse me, I just had a dark thought encouraging that I slit my wrists, take off your trousers, and play your bum like the bloody bongos. Probably better to use spare blood, eh? C'est la vide. Oh, big strong man helping out little ladies' sadistic madness. Cute. Alright, let's go over here. Student Ethereum. Oh, man. There's like a ridiculous amount of allergens going out today, so it's not helping that I'm doing all the talking and stuff. Okay, welcome to Ethereum. Students and visitors are reminded that they are in constant peril when located within or nearby the Ethereum. Due to a recent unscheduled experiment by a member of our security team, the Ethereum has become talkative and boisterous. As a result, our most boring students are required to spend recreational time chatting with the Ethereum in an attempt to shut it up. Huh. The Ethereum is in there with that big talking goo monster. Maybe I should go say hi? Sounds good. Ephilim. Cat hair. Essentially, you just need to maintain your resources, spending them on village and stat upgrades, but village upgrades give passive benefits to both villages, so you need to be careful you're not helping the other team and their village. Is this not a video game she's talking about? It sounds like a video game, but it's probably something else. See, that's where I went wrong with my first game. After I constructed our breeding pit, the other village gained enough population resource to speed their building and foraging processes. He's got like weird fins coming out of the top of his head. What the shit are they talking about? Right. Nyx Fellheart. That's kind of cool. It's not human, that arm. That's something else, but, you know. Tentacles in the hair. Holding a scroll and a feather. Feather point pen. So, after you've drawn from the encounter deck, if what you draw is a monster, pick from the monster deck. Then you can choose to fight or flee. If you fight, compare your player card's ferocity stat with the monster's, and add a d6 to both stats to determine whether you win or lose. If you want to flee, it's the same process with the liquidity stat. Once you've returned to the village board, you can add your successful foraging tokens to the village stockpile. Whatever team successfully builds their village the first wins, or whatever team's village runs out of food, materials, or population resources loses. He has... I don't even know what that is. Is that a mouth? And it's his brain on the inside? And do I have to go by my in-game name too? Magnus. Couldn't hurt. They must be talking about some sort of board game. Never played one before. Not many places to put the board when you're off dancing in the woods with nothing but a smile on. And nowhere to keep the pieces. There's places to keep them. Rena York. She's like a wooden doll thing. What's unique about our planet is that all the plants and animals share a universal language or a sort of collective consciousness guiding things like migratory patterns, blooming seasons, what is predator and what is prey, things like that. It also acts as a conduit of the emotions of organic life. A flower is plucked, the garden screams, a cow is slaughtered, the whole herd weeps. Humans seem to have lost this ability over the last 100,000 years, and those few that can hear it go mad with the knowledge of it. Just so you know, the planet is very upset with you humans. Sizzle. Guess I better go apologize to my bagel. Teeth on his face. Oh man, I hope that ain't true. As a witch cultist of a love goddess, I should probably be spreading the love to everything, not just humans. And I've eaten a whole lot of burgers. Alright. We'll save over this second one. And then we'll go talk to the giant goo monster. Hello again, how's it going? Can't complain. Oh, yeah, okay. Jessica Morgan. She's kind of cool. So you're the one who taught the Ethereum to talk, huh? I guess. But I think he knew already. Hi, Wait, let me figure it out. Layer of grime over the extremities, so you're aware of the mutagenic atmosphere and have applied a home remedy, so you're local to New England. Her tentacles are like all over me. But no real accompanying stench other than that of dead flowers, so you're often with other people. Mild wobbling at the touch indicates a lack of exercise, but the very dirty boots mean you're outside in the rain a lot. Judging by the short black skirt and choker, you're an active worshipper of Shub-Niggurath, the goddess of love and humanity. Combining the grime, wobbliness, smell, and outfit, you must therefore be a member of the Chesuncook Witch Coven. Wow, exactly, although they were just observations, so what's with the creepy tentacles? This is as close to a handshake as I get. Oh, well, enchanté. So what's your deal? Oh, I'm Jessica Morgan. I'm the record keeper for experiments performed on the Necronomicon, though I was a detective before my arms got all noodled. How do you keep records if you can't control your arms? With a handshake like that, how do you hold a pen? What do you mean? I have perfect control of my arms. Oh. Oh. Well, it was nice meeting you. See you later, Ethereum. Bye, Spooky. I have perfect control of my arms. She's got tentacles. That's all I'm saying. You could do a lot with tentacles. Alright. Bob's office. Staff are encouraged to only disturb Bob on matters of immediate security or apocalyptic concern. Students are encouraged to go away. So we have... Let's talk to a few more before I stop. I'm gonna blow my nose and maybe drink some tea and try and get some of this stuff out. Do those wormy things act as your arms? That's pretty groovy. She is like Red from Jack Kalis's things, right? It's like her arms are missing and the hands are here. I like it's very seductive. Victoria Redler. Maybe it's not maybe it's an actual reference. Yep, the thing to remember about all these occult shenanigans is that most of these monsters are just really ugly animals, and animals can be trained. Cool, how do you train them? Traditional combination of treats and mild punishment. As a treat, I let them keep my arms. And as a punishment, I headbutted the shit out of them. Now they never leave Mommy's side. Don't even have to command them for the easy stuff. What counts as easy stuff when training floating worms to act as replacement arms? Oh, you know, cooking, cleaning, getting changed, all the essentials. You should see me play the trombone. Wow. Varlam Nikitovich Mergelian. There are several benefits to having every internal organ replaced by half-sentient liquid slurry. For example, you wouldn't believe how much your brain is dedicated to simply maintaining the automatic processes of your body. Most of it, actually. With the slime, my brain is now free to fully ponder the questions of the universe. Nathaniel Swan. Huh, well, I gotta admit, you're putting a good spin on this. Still, having to carry a handkerchief around to mop the incorrigible sludge out of my eye sockets is a drawback. Forget hygiene, you're at the Miskatonic. If you're only trailing black slime, you're practically cleaning the place up. Nothing gets an occult scientist down, I guess. Though wouldn't his brain also be replaced by the goo? Don't know. Did I not talk to her? Lauren Eich. She doesn't have any extra tentacles that I can tell. The geography building has probably the least dangerous lessons on campus, but also has the highest security. Can't have the public figure out where the Plateau of Lang is, or worse, Ryle. Why not? You know how some people can't help but get close as they can to the scene of a car crash? Imagine that car crash being a centralized supernatural apocalypse based in the Pacific Ocean. Folks would climb over each other to check that out. Yeah, I guess. I bet it looks pretty radical. Probably. There's Jack. So what's with folks practically changing their names for that board game people are talking about? Menis Emberstar. It's to make the consequences of the game seem more real. A lot of people need an escape from work or their studies, and the game's a good way to do that. Oh, you think I could play with you guys when I've got some time off or whatever? Depends. What's your in-game name gonna be? Thrust Powerful. Badass Barbarian. Saving sick wenches or whatever. Nope. Bye. Better than everyone else's dumbass names. Whatever, who'd want to play a game where Thrust Powerful the Badass Barbarian sounds non-canon anyway? It's a valid question. Alright. And I've eaten a whole lot of burgers. Okay, well, what does she say about Bob's office? I can get my assignments through that door. I should check it out when I'm ready for a new job. Sounds good. Let's go in here and then probably save. Good afternoon, Charlotte. Are you ready for your first assignment? Sure, lay it on me. Excellent. The Miskatonic has small research outposts located all over the world, dedicated to collecting and relaying occult data back to the university via radio. One such outpost is in New Orleans, where you'll be going. Okay, what happened in New Orleans? We're not sure. Our researcher is supposed to relay daily radio messages back to us, but hasn't checked in for several days. Your task is to go to the outpost and knock on the door. If he's there, ask why he hasn't been relaying data. If he's not, return and tell us. That's it? Knock on the door? Exactly. Under no circumstances are you to enter the outpost. Just knock. And leave. Okay, so how do I get there? There he is. The guy with the eye. After a few, well, disasters, the government demanded the Miskatonic's experiments be completely sealed off from the outside world. As a result, every outpost in the country is interconnected by these tunnels. Helps stop transporting creatures running off into the wilderness, see? Spooky, so I'm walking to New Orleans. Oh no, of course not. You'll have a driver. New Orleans from Maine is like... I don't even know, like 15 hours, something like that. I've driven basically across the whole US. It's not easy. Yeah, okay. Lizzie of Dunwich. Hi! That's awesome. I like the car. Ah, hey Lizzie, looks like driving down the spooky-ass tunnel system together. Yish, New Orleans is not too far in straight lines. Should get there lickily spit. Have fun, you two, and remember, don't go into the outposts. She's probably going to. I feel like she's going to. Okay, see you later, Johnny. Guess this is the place. Oh, well, that's good. Oh, that's weird. The door's open. So, well, the mission is to knock on the door, see if anyone's in, and then leave. If the door is open, something bad might have happened. Like what? I don't know. Could be anything. Maybe they're out of banana bread. Maybe someone's pregnant and they've gone to get a doctor. Maybe the Cthulhu cultists have invaded to have a sick hoedown. Maybe they're pregnant with a Cthulhu cultist banana bread baby. We should check it out. No, you should not. It's supposed to be authorized to go into outposts. Dunwitchers and witches are for knocking on doors, not poking around outposts. Come on, we'll be, showing initiative. They'll be like, wow, Lizzie and Charlotte, you sure saved the day poking around in that outpost. Good thing you did, or all those chupacabras would have got back to home base and ate all of us. I don't think that's what they'll say. Well, I'm going to take a look anyway. Feel free to join me if you want to save the university from chupacabras. Guess I'll be okay if we just look. Fear the goo. What is this? Let's save here. And we'll save over this one. Make sure it's saved. Yep, okay. And I don't know how to go back to the main title. I don't know if we can. But it's fun. So we'll stop here. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. This is an interesting game. Sorry I'm a little bit, allergies or whatever, but yeah, I love the art. And, the whole thing is kind of interesting so far. So we shall see. We shall see how it goes. What is your guys' unique positive moment for today? For me, it's the fact that I mentioned roasting coffee, and the kitties were able to go outside and kind of sniff around a little bit. At least in that area. So it's nice. It's nice. They got out and sniffed around. That's my unique positive moment. Hopefully your guys are just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. And I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, guys, take care.